Hello there, greetings, good evening, and welcome here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. So we're back at favorites. This is Wednesday night. We're doing an episode of favorites, which is my top 25 favorite rock albums celebrating their 50th anniversary in 2026. So this year, I picked out my 25 favorite. I'm going to give you them the way I always give you them, which is my worst favorite of them to my most favorite of them, or at least worst to first or 25th to first. But I like all of these albums, so there's really no worst. It's just somebody has to be at the bottom, right? And then at the end, I'll give you some honorable mentions because this year had a lot of really, really good albums going back in 1976, which was one of the first years that I was listening to rock music. It started for me in 75. 76 was a big year for me because I was a huge Kiss fan and they put out two fantastic albums that year. So anyways, I'm going to give them to you from my least favorite to my most favorite, and then I'll give you them back from top to bottom, and then I'll give you the honorable mentions. So without further ado, we're going to get started. My number 25 is Technical Ecstasy from Black Sabbath. And probably is the most poppy album that they ever put out. I don't think of it as a pop album, but if we're going to say that about any particular album by them, this one's probably the closest to that. It's kind of a different type of album for them, but I do like it. And it's going to come here at number 25. Number 24, All the World's a Stage from Rush, their first live album, pretty much covering material from their first four albums, Rush, Fly By Night, Caress of Steel, and 2112. It's a pretty solid album. I've never been a huge fan of this album, but I do like most of the stuff on here. For me, I tend to prefer the stuff that's on the studio albums as opposed to this, although you do get a very good drum part here as well in Working Man and Finding My Way. So excellent album, excellent live album. It's my number 24. Number 23 comes from the Scorpions. So I bought a three album box set, and this was the middle of the three albums. Probably the one I like the least of the three, but still I do like this album. It's in that era of Uli Jon Roth, which I love. I think there's some absolutely killer stuff on this album as well. Pretty heavy album as well. So Virgin Killer, number 23. Number 22 is from Alan Parsons Project. This is Tales, how do you say this? Tales of Mystery and Imagination. Pretty good album. I do like the cover quite a bit too. It's album that's waiting its turn for my playlist. There's it's probably got like maybe 3 or more albums to come off before it gets its turn in there, and all the Alan Parsons stuff will eventually get their turn. But for today, it's going at number 22. Number 21, a band somewhat similar, Steely Dan, The Royal Scam. This one is also waiting its turn in my playlist, coming out back in 1976, like all these albums are. Pretty solid album. It's a little bit more jazzy, but a little bit different than some of the other jazzy ones. I quite kind of like this one. So The Royal Scam from Steely Dan is number 20. Is that number 20? No, 21. Sorry. I'm jumping ahead too far. Next up comes from Eloy, number 20. This is Dawn. I don't think it's as good as some of their other albums, but still a pretty solid album, and the color coordination is very good too. Not as Floydish sounding as some of the other stuff either. Maybe that's perhaps why I don't like it quite as much, but I still like it enough to rank it here to number 19. Or is that number 20? That is number 20, right? Yep, number 20. So number 19 is Led Zeppelin's The Presence. This came out, of course, in 1976, although I always thought this was the 1977 album, but apparently it's a 76 album. if for no other reason, this one is as high as it is for Achilles' Last Stand, which is maybe one of the great rock songs in history. Definitely one of Led Zeppelin's big ones. It's got some good stuff on here. I say the first 3 or 4 songs pretty solid. So The Presence from Led Zeppelin is number 19. Number 18, we're going to be going with a band that I love. This is Crystal Ball from Styx. Iconically, of the bigger albums of that time period, this is the one I like the least, but it's still a good album. Has some really good stuff on it. Crystal Ball is an absolute A song for sure. I do like Mademoiselle. Put Me On, I like. Claire de Leon or Ballerina, like that too. And Jennifer, of course. How could you not like that? Anyways, that's my number 18. Number 17 comes from the Eagles. Now, a lot of people will put this much higher up. This is Hotel California. Many consider their best album. Many consider it one of the best albums. I don't like this one as much as In the Long Run, but I think it's still a pretty good album, but I think The Long Run is my favorite of those. So that's my number 17. Number 16, we're going to give you the first of 2 Kiss albums here. This is Destroyer. Now, if we were doing this list back in 1976, this probably would have been at the top of the list. I absolutely love this album for the first 3 or 4 years that I was listening to Kiss music. It's gradually worked its way down. It's not as big an album for me as it once was, obviously, because it's coming here at number 16. I think it's a combination of a little bit of a burnout, and I'm not thinking some of these songs were as great as I originally thought, but it's still a pretty solid album. And you saw an album that has Do You Love Me on it and Flaming Youth, 2 of my favorite songs on this album. Absolutely killer. So that's number 16. Number 15, we're going to go to Blue Oyster Cult. Again, not one of my favorite Blue Oyster Cult albums, but still really solid. In the end, when I do the ranking of Blue Oyster Cult, this album will do reasonably okay. Probably will be a top 5 for sure. Any album has Don't Fear the Reaper. I think most people would say this is probably their big album because of that song. ETI is very good. Revenge of Vera Gemini is also very good. Where is it? Yeah, Debbie Denise, I like that as well. Pretty solid album, and it covers a little weird as well. So that's my number 15, was it? Was I at number 15? I'm not seeing it here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Number 15. Yeah, no. So next up is number 14. We're going to go with the Gentle Giant's Interview. It's kind of the first Gentle Giant album that I wasn't absolutely driven crazy of love with it. But I still like it. It's still really solid. Definitely one of the top albums of that year. I think it will grow a little bit more over time as well. Thing popped out there. So, yeah, so Interview from Gentle Giant. That's my number 14. Now we'll do the other stack. I'm just going to move this stack a little bit up there. Number 13 is Moon Madness from Camel. Like this album a lot. It's a pretty smooth album, kind of a little pastoral in nature, but I do like it. It has that progressive elements that I really like. I don't know that it's my favorite Camel album. It's definitely in the top ones for sure. I don't know if it quite makes it there. When I do the ranking, then I guess we'll find out. So Moon Madness from Camel, number 13. Number 12, Queen's A Day at the Races, one of my favorite Queen albums. Maybe top 2 for me. I'm not sure when I do the ranking. I guess we'll find out. But this has Tie Your Mother Down, one of my favorite songs from them. White Man is on here. Really good. Take Your Breath Away, another fantastic vocal song. Somebody to Love is on here. So this has a lot of big kind of hits for Queen and is, I think, one of their best albums. So it's going to come here at number 12. Number 11, the other Kiss album, Rock and Roll Over. When I was younger, it was definitely number 2 of the 2. But this one just had more staying power over the years with songs like Baby Driver, Love 'Em, Leave 'Em. Hard Luck Woman is on here. Making Love, one of the great heavier songs. All the versions of most of the songs on here that I like are better on the live album, but still really good. Calling Dr. Love on here as well. So, and I love the cover of this one. It's one of my favorites. This is a little bit more of a raw album too. It's not as produced as the Destroyer album, so I do quite like it. So that's my number 11 album, Kiss's Rockin' Roll Over. Now, did I miss something? I don't think so. I don't see it. There it is. Okay, number 10. We're down to the top 10. Steve Miller Band's Fly Like an Eagle. This is a little bit more psychedelic, very spacey album, but has some very, very fantastic songs here. Fly Like an Eagle, Wild Mountain Honey, fantastic tune. Rock Me is very big and well-known song. Yeah. Take the Money and Run is on here. This is a pretty strong album. One of his first really strong albums. He had some other good ones before that, but I think this was one of the top ones. So that's my number 10. Fly Like an Eagle from Steve Miller Band. Okay, next up, my number 9. Make sure I got it right here. Yeah. From Rush, no doubt. This is 2112. Rush had a couple of really good albums that year. This one, I don't think this is one of the few Rush albums that, in that time period, that didn't really make master status. It probably should have. It's doing better than it did years ago. I think I kind of got tired of hearing it on the radio, and it kind of hurt it a little bit, but still really solid album. A lot of people like this. This is, a lot of people say, the beginnings of prog metal. Definitely a really strong album, though. So that's number 9, Rush's 2112. Next up is the first album here, the one with the sunflower there. That is the Klaatu's debut album, or as some people like to call it, 347, I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, 347. It's not showing it here, but that's what I think it is. Anyways, excellent album. Really a solid beginning to what I think is a really good career, and that's going to be my number 8, Klaatu's debut album. Okay, next up, number 7, Jailbreak from Thin Lizzy. Really good rocker, lots of really good stuff on here. Probably my favorite, one of my 2 or 3 favorite Thin Lizzy songs with Jailbreak. It also has the Cowboy song, really good. Romeo and the Lonely Girl, really good. And Emerald, fantastic songs. And of course, it has Boys Are Back in Town, which probably gets a little bit overkill, but still not a bad song. Okay, so we are now down to number 6, which is this album, Rainbow Rising from Rainbow. A really good keyboard album. The guitars are fantastic. The vocals are exceptional. The drumming, of course, is fantastic, especially on the opener, the Stargazer. Stargazer and Light in the Black, both lengthy songs, really strong. The whole album doesn't have a weak song on it. I think it's fantastic. It's eventually, I know, going to be a masterpiece for me. So that's my number 6, Rainbow Rising. Number 5 from AC/DC's. This is High Voltage. I don't know, there's something raw and kinetic about this particular album that really gets me going. The Jack, Live Wire, High Voltage. These are all in it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. There's some other songs a little bit quirky on the album, but generally speaking, the songs that are really good are top shelf for me. So that's why it's moved up so far and in the number 5 position. Number 4, a near perfect album. This is Boston's debut album. No bad songs on here, and it has the song More Than a Feeling, which of course is one of the great iconic rock songs in history. Peace of Mind is really good. Hitch a Ride I like a lot. Let Me Take You Home Tonight. Kind of an interesting track, but I like it. The album cover is great, and the album did fantastic. It's a top 4 here. Number 3, Genesis, Wind and Wuthering. This is a strong, strong album. 11th Earl of Mar was a long-time favorite of mine. It's kind of given away to One for the Vine, which is probably between that and All the Mouse's Night, both really great. Blood on the Rooftops, great guitar stuff going on there. And Afterglow is really good. This is a strong album. I do like the cover. It's kind of dark and almost barren, I guess is a good word for it. And number 2, Heart's Dreamboat Annie. Fantastic album from top to bottom. Every song on this album is really good. Some of them a little better than others. The big ones, Magic Man, Crazy on You, and Dreamboat Annie, all really top line Heart songs. Some of the lesser known songs, which I think are great, Soul of the Sea, and of course Sing Child Sing, which is absolutely killer. Yeah, I like this album. This is with them at their peak, their debut album. A fantastic album. So next up, number 1 on the list is going to be Trick of the Tail from Genesis. This is a near perfect album. At some point or another, I've liked everything on this album as being my favorite at one point or another. Currently, I'm going to go with Trick of the Tail as my favorite right now, but for long periods, it's been Entangled or Ripples. Early on the album, Squonk and Robbery, Assault and Battery and Dance on a Volcano were among my favorite songs early on. I do like the album. It's kind of a quirky English feel to it. So that's it. That's my 25 favorite or top 25 favorite albums that were released in 1976. I'll give them from top to bottom for you. So number 1 is Trick of the Tail from Genesis. Number 2 is Heart, Dreamboat Annie. Number 3, Wind and the Wuthering from Genesis. Number 4, Boston's Debut. Number 5, High Voltage, AC/DC. Number 6, Rainbow Rising from Rainbow. Number 7, Jailbreak from Thin Lizzy. Number 8, which is this album here, the debut album for Klaatu. Or was I number 8? Number 9, 2112 from Rush. Number 10, had it backwards, Steve Miller's Fly Like an Eagle. Number 11, Rock and Roll Over from Kiss. Number 12, A Day at the Races from Queen. Number 13, Camel's Moon Madness. Now bring the other stack over. Number 13 is Gentle Giant's Interview. Sorry, that's number 12. I do apologize for that. So 13, or actually, no, that is number 13. Number 14 is Blue Oyster Cult's Agents of Fortune. Number 15, now something's not right here. I know that's not right. Yeah, let's do that. These 3 again at the bottom. So number 13 was Camel. I was right. I thought it was number 12. Interview, number 14. Number 15, Agents of Fortune. Number 16, Kiss's Destroyer. Number 17, Hotel California from the Eagles. Number 18 is Crystal Ball from Styx. Number 19 is The Presence from Zeppelin. Number 20 is Dawn from Eloy. Number 21, Steely Dan's, The Royal Scam. Number 22, Alan Parsons Project, Tales of Mystery and Imagination from Edgar Allan Poe. It's a really good album. Where are the last 3? Number 23, Scorpions, Virgin Killer. It's not the original album cover, but good enough. Number 24, All the World's a Stage from Rush, their live album. And last but not least, Black Sabbath's Technical Ecstasy coming in here on the last spot. So those are my top 25. In addition, I want to make mention of maybe half a dozen to a dozen albums that didn't quite make it but deserve to be mentioned. So you have Novalis' Summer Abated. I can't remember. Can't remember what the name of the album is, and I wrote it in a funny way, so I can't even read it. Ethos Arbor. I do like the Ramones debut album as well. Candace Left Overture is not an album I really like, but you have to give it credit for being absolutely great musically as far as the instrumentation goes. Judas Priest, Sad Wings of Destiny, an album I still haven't explored entirely, but I do like it. David Bowie, Station to Station. Peter Frampton, Comes Alive. Aerosmith, Rocks, Triumph's debut. The Gongs, what they call Gadzooks, another great album. Papalay, Stolen from the Times. Angels, Hell of a Band album. You've got Caravan, Blind Dog at St. Dunstan, I think is what it's called. You've got Stills Young, Long May You Run. I do own that album as well. Hawk Winds, Astounding Sounds, and amazing music, sorry. God, I gotta learn when I'm writing to write slower. Troopers 2 for the Show, Stampeders Hit the Road, John Anderson's Elias of Sun Hill, the Klaatu, I already said that one, sorry, and Uriah Heep, High and the Mighty. And the Uriah Heep album, maybe not mention here, but it's, they do have some decent stuff on there. So anyways, that's my top 25 albums released in 1976 or celebrating 50 years this year, along with some of my honorable mentions. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If there's other honorable mentions you think should be thrown in there, you can do that. You can just talk about the albums or even give me a list if you want to do it. That's good too. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next Wednesday night for another list. We're going to be doing another 25. This will be my top 25 albums celebrating 40 years. So we're going to do them back to back. So take care and have yourself a good evening, and goodbye.